Hello and welcome. Trying to load up my live stream. Here we go. 2 weeks ago. What's going on here? Just trying to load the live stream up. Bear with. I know what I'll do. I'll get rid of the app and then just log back in. There we go. There we go. Yes. How are you all? Oh, it is loading. Something's happening. Is it loading? Don't know why it's taking so long. Here we go. Right, I'll just change my quality of what I can see. There we go. Even though I've changed my internet, I should have semi-decent internet now. Okay, right. Goal. What goal? Is there a goal? I don't know what the goal is. I don't think we need a goal. Okay, so what I thought I'd do is, even though I'm not a massive fan of this set, I thought I'd just build some units anyway. I've got to build them. I've got to review them and things. But yeah, if you haven't watched any of my videos this year, Happy New Year. I know it's we're a little bit into 2026 now, but I hope you've had a great start so far. Oh, bless me. Sorry about that. Apologies. Okay, so let's crack on then. We've got 4 sprues. We're gonna look at the way these go together. I shouldn't really put them there. I can put them there. That's fine. So these are supposed to be duplicated, which I think they are. And I will skip forward to the Cataphractii page. Okay, so yeah, we will make a sergeant. I think for these, I'm just going to go for the fists and the storm bolters to begin with. Play it safe. But just for the looks, I'm going to go for a power axe. I'm only going to use 1 power axe, which means I should have another power axe spare, which when I get Maturus, hopefully I can do some kind of I don't know, conversion or something, and give him that power axe. That would be pretty cool. Hello Tombs, how you doing? Number 5. Right, it starts. Honestly, I haven't done much hobbying for a while, hence why I'm midway through some Space Marines. Yeah, it's been quite a while since I've done some hobbying. I did try and build some Lego over Christmas. Not a new set, an old set. But yeah, I didn't get very far. Number 9. Yes, here it is. So this is the sergeant head. You get a couple of options here. Helmeted and helmetless. But we're going for the sergeant head, I think it is. 6 and 4. So yeah, 4 is one of these, but I don't see it anywhere. I see 1, 2, and 3, but not a 4, unless it's on another one of these sprues. I don't know, am I missing a sprue here? Ah, there it is. Oh, are these sprues different? No. They're different. Wow. Okay. Yeah, gonna have to redo my unboxing because you do actually get these two are different. I thought that they were exactly the same. I mean, they look exactly the same, but the legs are slightly different there, like a different layout, and then you've got these. Okay, well, I do stand corrected. That's going to be interesting then, because you're only really getting one sergeant. I do think that you're going to get 4 sprues in the set now then, for the 6. Okay, that kind of makes sense. But yeah, in my unboxing, I thought that these were the same, but they're not. They're slightly different. Okay, 11 and 10. I wonder if you could use any set of legs though. Oh wow, we go back to this sprue. So we are flipping about different sprues. Yeah, I'm wondering whether you can use different legs for the sergeant. We'll find out in the next pack. That's the legs for the sergeant. Oh, and then you've got some tassets and groin armour, I guess it is. Number 12. That's got to be 12, right? 37, 36. Might as well get the power axe off, and I want to give him this particular icon. Surely I can give him this icon. Or you can give him a grenade harness. Ooh, okay. I might just give him this winged iron halo thing. Let's get his Stormbolter. Wondering whether you can give him a different ranged weapon. So then there's Cataphractii Terminator squad with Volkite charges and power mauls. So you've got the sergeant there with the Volkite. Yeah, let's keep with the Stormbolters for now. Nice one, Tombs. Nice one. Thank you. Happy New Year. I don't know. Maybe. Do I think 500 Worlds will be a success for Games Workshop? Could be. Could have a potential. But isn't 11th edition just around the corner? They do seem to throw a lot into the last campaign of the edition. I mean, just judging by the sales today, I haven't checked within the last hour, but everything seemed to have been sold out. I really appreciate your questions, by the way. Yeah, just keep throwing them at me. I'll read them when I can. Yeah, I think it has the potential, but I don't think they're going to go through every single one of the 500 worlds. I think they'll cherry pick, which is fine, as long as they make each kind of engagement battle unique and memorable. Then I think that's where the fun begins, to put it that way. So we've got a completely different sprue for the Stormbolter, but I think the Power Axe, yeah, the Power Axe is also on these two sprues right here. Yeah, this Power Axe is very cool. Yeah, I sort of want, can you imagine, like Mataurus, here's Ferron, but can you imagine Mataurus with his double bladed axe? That would be so cool, having that instead. Or having that like there. Obviously not have a hammer and an axe, that's a bit overkill, but yeah. Is it a different axe? You know what, I think it is the same. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Yeah, it's exactly the same axe, same design and everything. Oh well, oh well. Yeah, I'm definitely having this Cataphractii with the Power Axe. I'm going for the Ruler Cool with these as much as I possibly can. So we need 53, which is a full arm strap. I like how the guns are sculpted onto the arms already. That's a nice touch. Sometimes you have to, and I like how the well, the Stormbolter, I'm going to have to glue the other side to it, but I like that you don't have the arm and then extra bits and things. You can just, take that off the sprue. I need 57, 58 for the shoulder pauldrons. Yeah, I'm just going to try and build as many as I can in this live stream. I'm not going to go crazy. 57, 58. That was 35. And we've got another 35 coming, I think. Yeah, another 35. And then a 54. I'm wondering whether the specific half of the pintle mounted, of the Stormbolters, they only work with their desired one. Probably, right? So that's that. And then we need the arm, which is 95, 96. I don't know whether this was the best move, having these segmented. There's 97, there's 96. Where's 95 when you need it? No, there's 95. They've got that named wrong already. That says 95 for that arm when it should be 97. So I found a mistake already. And then the 97, I guess, is this other pauldron thing. Yeah, we'll see if that works out. There seem to be a lot of parts just for one Terminator. So that's not with the little shield and this this other thing, which I'm going to try and find. What's it called? 43. There's this, yeah, this name plaque thing, which I'm definitely going to use, and then 43 is another like little shield. There it is. I'm not sure whether I'll use the shields on all of them. They haven't. So, yeah, so that's a lot of parts just for one Terminator. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What, 24 parts for the Sergeant? That's a lot of parts for a Space Marine. Right, we'll just build him and see. Then I can give you comparisons with. Here's some I made earlier, I guess. Here's the. Are they the Grave Wardens for Death Guard? So yeah, I'll give you a little comparison, a little Terminator size off. What Legion are they going to be? Oh, you know, I'm not a big fan of these anyway. These particular Cataphractii, as I've said. That's a really good question. Again, I'd probably say word bearers. I definitely think the Power Mauls and the Volkite will be word bearers. Potentially these ones with the fists. Oh, they're either going to be Imperial fists or they could be. Well, we'll see what size they are because they might not go well with the Death Guard. But potentially the boring ones with the chain fists are going to be Dark Angels. But I think the Volkite Chargers and the Power Mauls will be word bearers. So, right, let's just prepare some of these. It's been a while since I put blade to plastic. So I need to hone my skill. Yeah. Got a lot of Space Marines to build at the moment. And there's more coming apparently. You know, how did everyone do with the pre-orders today? Did you all manage to get some things that you were after? Or did nothing really take your fancy? I mean, £80 for the old Nightbringer. I mean, the thing is, that model is bigger than you expect, but what's it got? Like 30 pieces? Not a very big project. And I think if it's one sprue, it could have been 40 quid. Half the price, probably. But you are paying for the rules there. And you're paying for the fact that you probably only have one. There's no reason to get more than one. I will get it, like, eventually. You know, I've got a decent sized Necron army now. You know, thanks to 9th edition. You know, I've got the Silent King, and I do have a monolith. I don't have a Tesseract Vault though. I should really get one of those. But if you remember, they came out in what was it, 2013 or so, or was it even before then? Honestly, my mind goes blank. You know, so crazy. It's been almost 4 years since Plastic Horus Heresy's been out. Is it June this year? It'd be 4 years. I want to see proof though. Yeah, I want to see proof. Like, that's the thing. Just show me the proof. Like, and the thing is, if it was a big deal, they would show pictures already, wouldn't they? Like, when things get leaked, a lot of the time, and I wonder if things yeah, things are obviously getting leaked on purpose. But when it's something serious like Saturnine and things, they tend to quickly have a news article thing already, ready to go. But I haven't seen any news articles. Yeah, good point. Tramico, good point. You did look at the Terminator weapons. Yeah. Well, I don't know yet. I don't know if these are much different in size, or if that's, or you mean the weapons. You think the weapons should be bigger? Um, I don't know. I mean, I think I think the storm bolters, like these storm bolters, are the same size for like normals. I mean, you get different sizes of storm bolters, obviously, but um, I think they're all similar size, so that anything can use them. Um, the big pull of, I mean, look at power fists. Like you've got guardsmen that have power fists, haven't you? Um, but yet Terminators have them. The big pull for Terminators, though, really is they swap their speed for extra protection, extra armor, and only an increase in strength. Like because power fists bump up the strength of a normal Space Marine, but Terminators, it's a slight increase in strength in terms of you can have like big weapon platforms on them, like assault cannons and the cyclone missile launchers, and you know, um, they should be able to be moving about and firing like their plasma cannons. Whereas normal Space Marines, yes, they can use plasma cannons, but you know, they have to sort of normally stand still and fire them. It's why the Saturnine Terminators are so dangerous, because they can just be walking along firing both of those weapons. It's yeah, crazy, isn't it? Um, yeah, I mean that question of why they didn't give Matoris an axe. The only explanation I can find is clearly this is after that you know that mission. So he swapped the axe for something else, which is fine. I mean, you know, they're pretty good with all weapons, aren't they? I guess. But yeah, in my head, I've imagined him with an axe, so it would have been great if they kept him with that. But maybe we can modify him and put an axe on him, especially one of these axes. I think these axes are very cool. Um, no, the biggest question is obviously what happened with uh, Chiron and Acheron. Is it Chiron? Yeah, that's. I'm more annoyed about that than a different weapon for Matoris. I don't know what I'm going to paint Titus. I really don't. Part of me wants to paint him black, like his armor black and things, and just have him as like a captain of my second company or something, or 10th company. Is 10th company the scout? No, it has to be like an infiltrator captain for 10th company. Is 10th company the scout company, isn't it? I think. Um, yeah, that's fair enough. Go for it. You got the Necron stuff. Oh, nice one. Nice one. Uh, yeah, they're all nice models. I think I want to call him Necriosa, like Leviosa, but yeah, I think he's quite cool. I don't think he's too pricey, but he's not that many parts either. I think it'd be a lot easier to put together than what's his face, Zeras. I think Zeras was Illuminator. I don't know what his name is. I think he was. Yeah, for some people he was pretty tricky, wasn't he? That's what people told me. He was a nightmare to put together. But yeah, hasn't been too long since I talked about the weather. The weather here in Norfolk has been fine actually. It's been a bit windy, but yeah, we haven't had any snow. Um, Hardly any rain. It's been cold, but quite mild really compared to the rest of the country. Wherever you guys are. Hope you're staying safe and yeah, it's crazy how the whole country sort of drops to a standstill from like an inch of snow or whatever, isn't it? It's really bizarre. It's because we're not used to it. So when it does happen, everyone's like an expert when it does happen. An expert of like how to drive at slow speed and all those kind of things. But yeah, I hope you're safe, keeping warm, all those good things. Yeah, and you're ready for this deluge of Warhammer that we're going to get. It's going to be relentless. You know this, right? It's going to be relentless for the next sort of 3 months up until April, up until the end of the financial year, because Games Workshop want to have a decent earnings report to BlackRock and all their investors. So they are going to be relentless in releasing things. But as I've always said, you know, just because there's like one model that you really like in a set, you know, they will release that individually, like a couple of weeks later. Don't feel like you have to spend £100 or whatever the gatekeeping price is. Some nice models coming out this year. You know, we've got that preview event, haven't we? Is that next week? Is it? Yeah, so stay tuned to that for that. I mean, we've got the Scutarii set. I'm just getting it for those. I want to call them bloat drones, but they're not, are they? Voltarax? No. Vorax? They are. Surely they're Voltarax. Anyway, whatever they are, those big flying mechanical things. Well, they're not massive, but yeah, I'm getting it for that. Not sure why we needed more Scutarii looking creatures, but they look like they'd go quite well in like a Dark Mechanicum army. Yeah, I'm not sure whether I can drill holes in these storm bolters without blowing out the barrel itself. I'm not going to risk it. Rather wait until I get like a 0.5mm drill bit, which is on the cards. All right then, so what I'll do is start putting them together. John, what are your 2026 hopes and predictions for Horus Heresy and Old World? Oh, really good question. Hopefully everyone else can chip into that question, please. My hopes are just adding, like there's still quite a few minis that we haven't had in plastic for Horus Heresy, and you know, this kit specifically only has one new unit. The way I see it is just the Cataphractii, and it's not a new unit. We've had that unit since like Plastic Heresy way back in what 2016, 2015, and we've had that unit in resin for longer, and then in the artwork for longer. But the rest, I mean, we've already got a repeat. We've got the Mark III there that came out a few years ago. We've got the Leviathan that came out almost 4 years ago. So I want to see less box sets like this. I really do. You know, they should have released the breaches separately with this box. I think. But yeah, what I'd like to, I don't know why they insist on putting the head in first with these. The head should be like one of the last things to put in, I think. Oh, that's really annoying. It's not well designed at all. Imagine that. Maybe I'm just becoming a snob, a Space Marine snob. How dare I say that something's not well designed? Only after building thousands of Space Marines, I mean, you know, or thousands of models. Well, it's because I've got lots of experience, and I know which parts of the model is, you know, should be built in which order to maximise the coolness of the Mini, I guess. I'm just going to pop that in first. I wonder if there's a way I can glue the head in last, because otherwise you have to, you know, pose the arms around the pose of the head, which is just wrong. It's wrong. Yeah, I don't know whether you can put the head in after. Oh, you know what? They don't give you enough room, do they, look? Oh, you can. All right, you kind of can, but once it's in, it's in. So don't. Oh no, you can kind of jam it out. Right, so I'm just going to glue that. I don't mind. I'm just going to glue it. They've got a lot of detail in there, like the little cushion thing. Don't know why. I don't know why there's. Maybe they're shock absorbers, or I seriously need some more glue. This glue is on its way out. Okay, so don't lose that head. Honestly, Revel glue just takes me back 30 years ago or so. Right. Yeah, sorry, yeah, back to hopes and predictions. More kits like the Mechanicum one that's coming out, of completely new minis. More characters. I don't mind whether they're in resin or plastic. I prefer them in resin, just more detail. Just building upon the existing factions. So brand new faction, Dark Mechanicum. That would be great to see. Building on Solar Auxilia. Maybe some new tanks, new units. Building on Mechanicum. Again, similar kind of thing. We're getting the Myrmidons, aren't we? So there's that, which is cool. Some vehicles and units that are in resin that could come to plastic. Classic would be like Storm Eagle, Storm Raven, the Xiphon Interceptor, which I've banged on about for over 4 years. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. In terms of old world, maybe newer factions that are just in plastic and resin. I get that they're redoing a lot of the older factions, but yeah, I'd like to see maybe a new faction. Aren't we getting Wood Elves at some point? Or did we already get Wood Elves? I can't remember now. Give the breaches mauls. Oh, I don't know. Typically, breaches haven't had mauls though. Typically, breaches have had. That's the whole point of their cutout in the shield, is so that you can rest a bolter or las cutter, and you can just move forward, just firing, and you've got ample cover there. You know, I have not really seen any breaches with power moors. If you do that, you can't put the shield in the other arm, I don't think. Maybe someone could convert it, probably, but right, and then they want you to put all of these things on. These tassets as well. I don't think these tassets are the right way around. That would probably be better. I don't think I cleaned up this piece. It's probably the trickiest piece to clean up. Yeah, thank you for all your questions. What are your hopes and predictions for 2026 hobby-wise? Now that we've got another 3 years to wait till Space Marine 3. Now we've got Dawn of War 4, haven't we, coming out, and Total War Warhammer 40k coming out, and I think that's on consoles, so that's great. I wonder if Dawn of War 4 is. That'd be cool if it was. How are the Terminators to build so far? A lot of parts so far, but I'm getting through them. I'm just building the Sergeant to begin with. Just live streaming. I'm not going to build like 3 or 6 or a given number. I'm just building them until the time's up, really. Try and build as many as I can. So far, though, the 40k Terminators have been more fun to build. But then again, the last Terminators I built for Horus Heresy were the Saturnine ones, and they were the legs were a bit tricky, but everything else went together quite well. They were a project. You know, I know you only get 3 in a box, but they're still a bit of a project. Would like to see some melee weapons for them. I don't know even if they have melee options. Probably they don't. Okay, well, I just want to put this Stormbolter together now while I can. Now, I'll be very interested to see how these go on, or even this nameplate. How is this nameplate upside down? No. That works. Yeah, that'll be a fine pose. In terms of this axe, just going to wing it, put his wrist there, and then hopefully, oh yeah, that'll work. Oh, if his torso wasn't so. Yeah, that's quite cool. That is quite cool. So it's sort of like walking forward, but yet halting to let rip with the storm bolter. Actually, not too bad in person at the moment. It must be the colour scheme, you know. I reckon it could be this colour scheme because that doesn't look too bad. Are you going to buy the new AdMech stuff for Horus Heresy? AdMech, Mechanicum. The new Mechanicum stuff, yeah, definitely, yeah. How many ads did we get to this time? I don't know. I really don't know. I only had one to begin with. Oh, yes, that would be good, yeah. Oh no, I doubt you get a plastic Stormbird. Very much doubt that. Imagine the size of the box and the sprues. And you'd be talking £600. So yeah, nobody's going to buy the £1,000 one, let alone spend £600. And it'd probably be more. This is the thing. Everybody wants everything in plastic, but it ends up costing more than the resin. Like you look at the plastic characters, you know, with the amount that the actual plastic costs. I mean, you look at the rapier batteries as well, how much they are now, and how much they were in resin. And then you look at the resin characters. We're paying more now for the plastic ones. It's crazy. Getting the Emperor model. Yeah, I don't know if they're redoing Primarchs. I know that they're making some Ascended ones, aren't they? So you've got the Ascended Angron. Did we get the Ascended Angron in the end? I can't remember. I know we got the Fulgrim and Horus, of course. I would like an Ascended Mortarion, like when he fought Garrow. That would be cool. Could you get an Ascended Logar? just because I want a bigger Logar. All right, that's all I want. A bigger Logar. Just because Logar is tiny. Oh, nearly dropped it on the floor forever. Right, so we can just about pop the head in, he says. Yeah, so you can kind of pop the head in. Ah, perfect. I'm not sure about the heads for the others, so just, yeah. Be a bit cautious with that. Okay, so these don't actually clip onto anything. These clip onto the pauldron itself. So that's why it's probably best to glue them on the I'm going to glue it on the pauldron. You know what? I'm just going to do that. This is the thing with like a new, I say new kit. Just, you know, find your own way with these kits. Whatever works, works, right? Oh, nearly. So, okay. So that's going to be split if you glue it that way. So maybe you should glue them. And plus, how's it going to work on this? Is it just going to slot on? Yeah. Sort of. Okay, I'll do it their way this time. So they suggest so like this particular part, where do you put the... There's no like reference of where to put the pauldron itself. This is a bit tricky. Is it a better way than before? I didn't mind the layered pauldrons on the previous models. Yeah, still get the same kind of effect, maybe. Yes. Okay. And then the final thing I want to put on is just this. So this model, these are a little bit like Buckaroo. These. I don't know whether that works or whether it's better without it on. But I'm going to keep it on. Yeah, I don't know whether that works. Makes him a bit too tall, but that is the first one built. So yeah, that is the brand new Cataphractii Terminator, or Terminator and Cataphractii, compared to the very old Resin Mini. He is, yeah, almost a head bigger. So that sort of gives you an idea. I don't know whether that's been done yet, but you could still make it work. Like, you could still make that work. That's not too bad. It's not like 4 and 3, for instance. Yeah, that would still work. That's okay. How do they compare to like normal Space Marines? So I do have Mark III here. Yeah, they're a fair bit bigger, fair bit taller than the Mark III. Oh, have I got a Mark 4? No, that's an old Mark III. I don't think I've got a Mark II nearby, but I've got a Mark VI. So yeah, these Cataphractii are bigger than any of the other Terminators, bigger than any of the other Space Marines, okay? And they're not as lanky or as thin as I thought that they would be. I still think that legs could be a bit chunkier. But yeah, they're not as thin compared to a Saturnine, of course. Like, they hold up quite well next to a Saturnine, I think. They're only a little bit shorter, like the head. It's only a little bit shorter. So they're still quite imposing. But anyway, that's the first one done. That's the Sergeant with the power axe. Why not? Why not? Okay. So we'll carry on. We'll carry on. Let's have a look. Hello, Krieg. How are you doing? Hey, Stig. How you doing? Happy New Year to you, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope you got some nice Christmas presents. I pretty much treat myself to a coat jacket thing, and a couple of pairs of sneakers. So I didn't buy any Warhammer. I didn't buy any Lego. I know. What's that about? Right. So we'll carry on with these Cataphractii. So I think these bases are okay. See if I can build all 6. I doubt it, because you know what I'm like. Pose 1, which I think are all of these number 5. So now we'll get a bit of a conveyor belt going. So 5, 5. I think are they all 5? Yeah, they must be. Right. So number 1, this pose. We're going to give them all chain fists because the power fists just look pants. I think. Not a big fan of power fists. I actually think the power fists on the Tartarus look better. In terms of heads, I think you can use any heads, but they're all numbered 7, and they're all exactly the same, unfortunately. It's sad face. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't need to use these, although I might use this on the next set, so we'll keep that safe. I'm definitely not going to use this one. This looks like a Chaos skull trophy rack. If ever I saw one, that's like a level 1 trophy rack with 0 skulls on it. I think I've probably done this wrong, like used the wrong sprue, but they all go in to the right. Yeah, 2 and 3. Okay. And the reverse, yeah, the power plants are the same. Same power plants, same numbers. They're really pushing the boat out for us, aren't they? These 6 Cataphractii. Honestly, I don't mean to be negative throughout this whole process, but if you're going to make 6 Cataphractii in a box, you might as well make each one really, really unique in awesome poses. But nope, it's a new word that I've not a new word, a word that I've adopted recently. Slop. You ever heard people call like all this AI stuff? I'm sick of the AI slop. Well, I'm getting sick of the Space Marine slop at the moment. Right, so there's a few pieces over there that I need. The new Cater, compared to the new Indomitus, is sad. Oh, as in the Cataphractii. You're right. No, I agree with you, Tramico. I agree. You know, compared to these, but you know, everybody wants plastic bigger. Everyone wants bigger Space Marines. Everyone wants plastic Heresy. You know, like it's all right. wishing for these things, like you've said already today. Oh, plastic Warhound, plastic Stormbird, blah blah blah. But it's okay saying those things, but you've got absolutely diddly squat control over the finished product. Like even, and this is from Games Workshop, right? Even though they've got these Cataphractii, which look brilliant, and they've got a backlog of other Terminators that look brilliant, this is what we end up with. And like, you know, so even when they've got the source material, like the Stormbird, and you know, like this, for instance, they can still mess it up. They can still drop the ball. And unfortunately, guys, you've got no control over that, whether we get a good mini or a bad mini, or, you know, a cheap mini, expensive mini. Look at Nightbringer. Like, they have really dropped the ball on that one, both in terms of the price, in terms of the number of parts, in terms of customization and posability, in terms of what's going on that model. Yeah, you look at the old Nightbringer, that stuff gave people nightmares. You know, I would have fathomed to say that a lot of people connected Necrons, not because of like the Terminator vibes and things, but also because of that one model, you know, or because of the monolith, one of those two. Yeah, ask some Necron players, collectors, kind of what were the models that got them into Necrons. I don't know if they're from like the 90s, early 2000s. It probably would be the Nightbringer. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I found the grenade harness, which I don't know whether I'll use. You know, I mean, I might use it for the Maul squad. You know, the one that's going to be equipped with the Volkite. But yeah. So I'm looking for back panels. That's a 12. But I've just used the 12 there. So I guess that's the one from the Sergeant. So yeah, this one is like a, you have to start from pose 2. So basically, it's like any other Terminators. You either have the Sergeant or the pose 1 uses the Sergeant pieces. So let's grab this leg. So we're going to go from pose 2, it seems. And we might as well just take out these 2 torsos. Right, video games. What have I been playing? What has Super been playing? Well, before Christmas, I was playing a bit of Space Marine 2, like the new mission on the ship. That's quite cool. Very, very flamer friendly. Even the boss is quite good on that. Obviously, you know, no boss can compare to the Trigon Prime. Obviously, I mean that boss is just the best boss. It's just so cool. Everything from the looks to the size to the attacks, you know, to the sound. I mean, it's just annoying that the rest of the mission is a bit terrible. It's not that good, the rest of the mission. You know, it's kind of like you're hunted by it, but it becomes like a bit of a menace, a bit you're just getting hassled by it more than anything, rather than a real threat. But the actual boss is fantastic. But yeah, so I played a bit of that before Christmas, and then because Fallout came out, the series season 2 came out quicker than I expected it was. But then again, I think Fallout TV series came out. Was it last year? I want to say like beginning of last year or summer of last year. Or was it 23? I can't remember now. You know. Oh, it might have been 23. I'd have to Google that. But anyway, so I've been playing Fallout 4 again. It just works. It really does. I've had no issues, by the way. Like it hasn't crashed. Don't think I've had any glitches. So I've actually been really, really lucky. So that's good. 16. I guess that's on the other sprue, this one. Oh, maybe not. Oh no, it is. I was just being blind there. Battlefield, obviously, I've played a bit of that. Getting a bit bored of that now, though. They should have supported it a bit more. They kind of let the ball drop with that, haven't they? Which is a bit. So these aren't numbered correctly. So 36 should be. They're either not numbered correctly or on different, or presented wrong on the instructions. So 36 actually, which is this one, is the one on the right side rather than the left side. And you can tell that I'm right because, yeah, you've got the gap. And why would you have the gap at the back? You wouldn't. You'd have the gap at the front where kind of the joint is. Just leave it a bit vulnerable, but oh well. 17. There we go. I'm removing these parts as per the instructions now. Don't want to mess anything up. They give us 35. Oh, so you do actually have two different types of shoulder pauldron. Interesting. Okay, so you have this this spicy version with the extra armor framing around it, or you have this quite standard version. I've just stumbled into using the standard version, so oh well. Guess I'm not using these, number 34, other than for the second set. They can go over there to be used. Yeah, they do look better in person. Yeah, I agree. They could have, yeah, definitely. We are going to get a lot of Space Marine slop. We are, you're right, yeah. It's a lot of Space Marine slop this year. Definitely. 62, 63, which are not on here. Is it 20 and 21 on the other? Yeah, 20. Yep. So this kit seems to be catered to build 3 at a time. It really does. So we will build the 3 at least. Are we 19 and 18? Yeah, we are. I don't know where this front armor panel goes, but at least the front armor panels are, well, I'll say different. This one's exactly the same, but there's a couple of differences between them. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Well said, Tramiko. Yeah, monkey's paw. Yeah. Yeah. That's well said as well. Mewdightful. Yeah, I like the clean cuts. I like the detail. I like the 3D detailing, like the depth that you get from shading. I think that's why they try and push the old what are those paints called again? The single coat paints. I've totally forgotten. It's off the tip of my tongue. But yeah, they try and push those a lot contrast paints. Contrast? Yeah, they try and push those a lot because, yeah, it make your plastic minis look better and easier because they've got a bit of shade to them, haven't they? I don't think I'll use these shields. No, I don't know, I might do. I'll keep them on hand. But yeah, you don't get many helmetless heads in this set. You also get fancier tassets as well. That's really bizarre, you know. Really bizarre. I would have thought that they would, given their past experience, given the past history, I would have thought they would focus more on number of heads and posability and weapon options and things over different tasset options and different shoulder pauldrons. But no, they've got two different types of tassets and pauldrons. How bizarre. I didn't think that they'd focus on that. Anyway, we're one sprue down. Contrast, yeah, thank you, Maxim. Hello, how are you doing? Oh yeah. They've been mainstream for years, haven't they? Oh, it would have been nice though to get like a big hooded Nightbringer, like Dementor type thing. You know, I hate to think that the Leech Lord is like the scariest mini that we're going to get for a few years. You know, I want to see like the Red Angel or, you know, the Bloodthirster and things like holding half of a person, or, you know, like, because in the novels, like, you read some of the stuff and it's just horrific, isn't it? Like, you know, these demons, like, again, swallowing people alive and them boiling in their stomach acid and just like horrid things. Like, honestly, it's just yeah, but I don't think we'll get that in mini form, which is fine, because what happens is there'll be other talented sculptors and, you know, artists out there that will fill that void, and by then it'll be too late. You know, you can't do a U-turn and go, oh yeah, no, we are grim dark, yeah, we are, you know, we've got all these horrible themes of, yeah. No, you year after year they are, you know, continually appealing more and more to younger audience, trying to get kids involved more and more. And the thing is, that's not what appealed to me when I was growing up and getting into the hobby. I wasn't after like bright, colourful minis and, you know, soft core, and, you know, I wanted the hardcore stuff. I wanted the, like, the grim dark, the, you know, oh, there's a death world and there's like a, you know, Catachan, all these the flora and fauna can just eat you at any point. Like there's a real struggle for you to just survive on some of these planets. Yeah, it just gives it more of a meaning, more of a, like, that desperation, not like, oh, there's another Primarch and he's got a shield this time instead of a flaming sword, or, you know, yeah, just I want that urgency back, really. Putting it lightly, the urgency in 40k. And in Horus Heresy, actually, like, there's a lot of things that aren't touched upon in Heresy, but at the moment it's just, you know, slightly bigger Space Marines. Right, some more shields. Sorry, I do go on these tangents and rants. I do apologise, but It'd be a bit odd if I was just sat here not talking to myself. Right, 25. So this is pose 4. So that was 1, 2. Are we missing a pose? We should be pose 3. Pose 3. Where was 20? We got 20. So yeah, we did. We sort of did pose 3. So pose 4 should be 25. Yeah, which is what I've just taken out. And 24. The thing is, maybe these pieces could fit in these areas, but I don't want to. Just don't want to push it. And also, I'm not going to cut too many things out. Just go for the final 2 poses. So they only show 5 poses, but you'll get 6. Oh no, 6 poses. Okay, cool. That's all right. I was going to say, nearly had me then. Leg-wise though, 23, 22. What I'm going to do is for the next set, I'm going to switch it up a bit and go crazy and use different legs for different torsos. But it seems like the main Cataphractii sprues are, yeah, they're all right. They're not too bad. They're quite straightforward. You just got to be careful with getting your tassets the right way and the extra parts that glue onto the armour, like the front armour, whatever they're called. I always forget. Okay, that's all 6 chopped up. And that's this sprue done. So 2 more sprues to go, and you know, I think I'll use a lot off 1 sprue. So yeah, 2 sprues gone just like that for 6. Quite easy to get through. You can't even get a nipple these days. Maxim, no one can get a nipple normally, let alone in Warhammer. You know, you have to post your face on the internet for everybody to see that you just want to look at a nipple. I mean, this is, yeah. Yeah, I know. What even is the point of Slaanesh when you, yeah. Back in the day, back in the 90s, you know, I guess nipples weren't as scary as they are now. But, you know, when you've got things like Exterminatus, like and virus bombs, you know, where you're just sacrificing entire sectors to stop a Tyranid hive fleet from consuming and growing larger. You can't show a nipple though. No, that's too much. Right, okay. What we'll do is we'll have a look at some of these weapons. Where will I put the autocannon? That is the question. I don't think I'll use the heavy flamer, you know. I might put the autocannon on these standard and then not give the others any heavy weapon. I do like that Thunderhammer though. It's a bit odd. It hasn't got much of a surface area. Oh, this is heavy because it's still got a Leviathan in it, which everybody wanted. I would rather have this Dreadnought be omitted from the box set and them just put a Dreadnought drop pod in, just for the giggles. Like, we're not going to give you a Dreadnought, but here's a Dreadnought drop pod in this set. Reaper autocannon, heavier. No. I'm not gonna use that stubby little heavy flamer. You only get 1 autocannon. That's a bit sucky. I'm going to go autocannon for them and then not give them a heavy weapon. I'm sure I've got like a Terminator heavy weapon somewhere. Like, I'm sure I have. But this, look at these. These look so cool. Like, these are what we like. These are what we like. We've got the grenade blight launcher thing, and we've got this flamer. I mean, to be fair, that flamer's probably the same size as this one, but I don't know, that just looks cooler. Might be me, but anyway. Cheeky little Grave Warden there as well, and the Tartarus. Oh, these Tartarus bad boys are going to look tiny next to Cataphractii, aren't they? It's still not Don't Bring My Son to Work Day, but it's getting there. I'd like to see the plastic ones. They really do need to up the plastic ones. YouTube have said no to nips as well. I had to say that you both of you could say the word nip then. Crazy. That's how... It's ridiculous, isn't it? I'll just go on a rant if I carry on. Freedom of speech. Bet you can't even write my arse on the chat, can you? Oh, well, I think you can, Maxim. I like how you're testing the boundaries of the chat, though. What can we say in the chat? This is very true. Yeah, it's very true. Triggered. Yeah, hopes and predictions still. I'm still going on this. I would definitely like to see them release, if they can release the Glaive and the Falchion this year. I'm not too fussed about the Flamer Tank thing, although I think the Inferno Tank, or whatever, they'll probably make up a new name for it. I don't know. Well, they probably have actually. It's on Imperialis. But yeah, I think that'll be a dual kit. I really do. I think you'll have a choice between the Falchion and the Inferno Cannon. And I hope that it might not be interchangeable though, because of the flame tanks and because of the generator at the back for the... I call it a volcano cannon, but it's actually a neutron heavy beam laser. They've changed it from a double barrel volcano cannon, which is ridiculous, to something else. Anyway, I think they changed it in this edition as well. But yeah, I think that'll be a dual kit, and I think the Glaive will be separate. But it might have a different weapon option. I don't know. Like, they managed to release the Fellblade with just the cannons, so maybe there's enough interest for the Glaive for just having one weapon loadout. I highly doubt they'll have all three variants in one kit. I don't think they'll do that. Not when they can sell 2 or maybe 3 and use up that Fellblade chassis. You know, that was my mini of the year last year. I really enjoyed that one, and I'd pick up another one if I didn't have one in resin already. I really would. Still might. I don't know. We'll see. I would like to do a full collection video for everyone this year as well. There's a lot of organisation to go behind that, and I'm going to have to get 1 or 2 people to help me move the collection. we'll see if I can do it. I'm not going to promise anything, but there's a few big minis that I would like to finish before I do that, though. Specifically the Nemesis, finish painting that by any means necessary this year. So yeah, if the channel is slow, like if I don't release anything like on a Monday or a Wednesday or a Friday, but I still do the news and pre-order video on the Saturday, maybe a couple of new release unboxings, then that's usually why, because I'm working on bigger projects. So yeah, it would be nice to get the whole collection out, but I have to rent a hall to do that. So and it'd probably be like an all-nighter for me. So I would and the thing is, I don't think I really could do it in the daylight. I think I'd have to move everything over during the night, set it all up, video it all in one go, but it would take hours upon hours upon hours. You hope for more than 5 leg poses in a 10-man squad. What, for Cataphractii? No, we've only got sorry about that. We've only got 5 leg poses. I mean, there are 6 poses in the instructions, but one of them is just the same pose as the sergeant. I would have liked, 10 Cataphractii and 10 different poses, but we're not allowed that anymore. Yeah, it's a nice kit. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that's what they've factored in. Well, I don't know. There's a few kits where I have not bought 2. When I really wanted to buy 2. Like this kit, for instance. If these models were released separately, I would have bought 2, and they had different poses. Like the Cataphractii had different poses. I probably would have actually bought 3 kits of those, maybe 4. But as it stands with them at the moment, and the fact that I've got older versions, there's no real point in me buying them when they come out. The breaches, I've got some other marks of armor where I haven't used them. I haven't built them. I haven't built them at all. So I probably would. I'd probably buy another couple of sets of breaches when they come out. But again, we're talking long into the future. I'm not going to rush out and buy multiple breacher squads. But this is the thing, just because these are bigger doesn't necessarily mean they're better. And that goes for a lot of things. But don't feel like you've got some, and you probably don't anyway, you probably don't care, but don't feel like because you've got a load of very expensive resin Cataphractii that you need to buy the newer plastic ones just because they're a bit bigger. Like never feel like that. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like if you're happy with your resin Cataphractii, you don't need to buy the plastic ones. Like there's just no need. If you can still use them, Only buy the plastic ones if you value size over, well, over anything else. But you know, if you need some more Cataphractii for your force or for a new legion that you're building, I don't know, or you want a slightly different looking, you know, Cataphractii, I mean, and that'll be the same with the Tartarus pattern as well. Oops, I am dropping everything today. How long? Yeah, we've been going for an hour and a half now, so probably time for me to get a drink. Wet my whistle. That didn't sound right. Okay, right, so we're almost finished chopping these up. In a normal squad, yeah. I just want 10. Yeah, I'd love to have 10. Yeah, thank you. Definitely. Rule of cool every time. Again, this goes back to what everybody wishes and what we get. I really still want old Mark III Space Marines with the shields. I still want the old ones, and I wish I'd got them back in the day. That is a big regret I have. Because I'm not the massive fan of, you know, the new Mark III. At least they gave us different helmets though, so there's that. And I can put a load of the spare Mark III helmets on the bases of my word bearers where they belong. I've been on a list from Games Workshop for years and years and years. You know, that's absolutely fine. And it's the wrong list. It's not the right list where they send me anything. Send me anything nice. Yeah, they were working overtime when I released my drop pod review, weren't they? That was definitely damage control. Quickly, we must make old drop pods as fast as possible. Oh, well, what do you know? We've brought the new the old drop pods back, everyone. Definitely intentional. Like, there's no two ways about it. We're not sure whether these open drop pods will sell, so we'll say something about the rules, how this answers that age-old problem. We'll release them, and we'll get rid of the old ones straight away, so you have to get the new ones. Oh, and then a little while later, we'll just bring them back. We'll bring back the old ones, just repackaged. Yeah, that was an interesting time. Thing is, with all the changes and design of that new drop pod, all of that cost, they could have just channeled it into a Dreadnought drop pod, plastic one. You know, that drop pod, when they first released it in resin and everybody went specifically to the hotel to buy it on the Friday night and it was sold out before the event was even started. You know that one? Oh yeah. The one that is out of stock quite a lot of the time. you know, you're bundling in all these dreadnoughts and things, and you don't have a suitable delivery method. It's a bit, yeah, a bit annoying. They did do that, Moxitron. Yeah, they brought out the. They said that they were getting rid of the old one, and they brought out the new one, and you couldn't get the old one. And then, like a month or so later, they brought back out the old one again and just repackaged it into Horus Heresy. But they never said that they were going to do that. They never said that they were going to just bring it back and repackage it. They specifically said, "Yeah, this is the new drop pod. Can't get the older ones anymore." And then they went back on that. But oh well, it's one of those. Yeah, everybody started rushing out and buying the old drop pods from any and all places. The thing is, it wasn't a bad kit. Like, I don't get how some people had some issues with the doors and things. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't too bad, I didn't think. The new kit is actually worse because the plastic is clearly not the same quality, made in China, and so many mold lines and dust. It's awful. Well, as my review said, but right, we can start filing these, and then after I file them, I'll glue them together, and then I have actually built 6. But I do need to get the weapons sorted. But what I'll do is I'll glue the legs and the. Hopefully, I can leave out the heads. I'll glue the legs and the armors and things and put them on the bases. Then I'll get the weapons out, set them up, and I am going for full storm bolters and chain fists. I'm going to give them all chain fists. And because I think their power fists look really puny. I'm not being funny, but it looks like they've just, you know, wrestled their power fists off of Cadians or something. They look like just a normal armoured glove that you see on the medieval knights, rather than an actual big fist wreathed in power that could smash through a tank's hull or a Carnifex's chest. Yeah, so Moxitron, have you been under a rock, my friend? So have a lot of things, like knights. The Cerastus Knights have been moved to Horus Heresy. Right, anyway, I'm just going to go grab a drink, a hot drink. Oh, might be a cheeky hot chocolate, actually. But spared no expense, thanks, Dr. Hammond. There's a sign. I will be just grabbing a drink, and I'll be back in a sec, because I've been live streaming for over an hour and a half, so I need a bit of a walk. But I'll be back in a minute or two. Do. Okay, I am back. Back once again. Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, definitely get some classic drop pods if you can. Yeah, get some classic ones. But I don't think they're going anywhere. Like they haven't been fully replaced, so I think you're good now that they've been pushed over to Horus Heresy. I mean, let's face it. How do Primaris get down to the planet now? I mean, you know, in all the animations and things, they still use drop pods, or is it literally just Thunderhawks from now on? Let me just read some more. I did like that they put a multi-melter on the Termi weapon kit. Is there right, or did I see it wrong? A what? A multi-melter? Are you having a laugh? This is, you know, the company that make this, right? Oh yeah, they don't put Games Workshop on this anymore, or Citadel Miniatures. They literally just put Warhammer. Yeah, it's not a multi-melter. No, it's a heavy flamer. You get a heavy flamer, or you get a Reaper autocannon. Sorry to burst your bubble, but no multi-melter. Let's just see. And according to my Bible, you can't get a multi-melter on it. It's in the rules, my friend. It's in the rules. Plasma Blaster you can get, but they don't have it in the kit. Imagine that. Imagine releasing a kit and you don't have one of the weapons that's in the rules. What am I saying? It's always been like that. They always like to do that. There's lots of examples of where they've done that. That's right. Yeah, that's right. You're totally right there, Tramico. These power fists are not unwieldy. They're very much wieldy, aren't they? Right. Let's get filing. Let's get filing. Well, yeah, please do put it in the chat what you guys are working on. I think this year I'm not going to pressure myself too much over content, like the 4 to 5 videos a week that I make. I made a lot of videos last year, and I think this year I'm going to make less, but I'm going to have more live streams. Apparently, I had 33 live streams 2025, which I didn't know I had that many. But I want to have more live streams in 26 and less actual videos. And the live streams I make are probably going to be of minis that I've had a while that I want to build and paint. So yeah, definitely more painting live streams. The thing that puts me off painting is I'd rather get my studio all set up and things before I do those kinds of vids. But we're a bit of a distance away from that at the moment. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can get it done. The Dominators. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I've just never seen them. I've just never seen Terminators with multi-melters. Quite cool. You're kit bashing your last Saturnine Terminator. Very nice. You're working on a Cathay Sky Lantern. Oh, cool. That sounds good. I really like the dragon, the J Dragon, or whatever it's called. Storm Dragon, sorry. Yeah, that was very impressive mini. I still don't think I'd collect a Grand Cathay Army just for that one model. So you're a huge fan of the regular Wednesday and Saturday live streams over COVID. You got so much hobby done while watching them. Oh, nice one, Stig. This is the thing, like, I get it. I get that some people like the weekly videos. I get that some people like the news videos. And I get that some people just like the live streams. So I try and cater for everyone. But I definitely, that's the plan for 2026 is do more live streams. I know I didn't do a live stream last week on Saturday. So that was like, yeah, the first weekend of the year that I didn't fulfill that. But I will try to do more. I mean, yeah, if this was like my full-time job, like YouTubing and all those kind of things, I'd be live streaming, well, 24 hours a day, like every day, for hours and hours. I don't know if I could talk for that amount of time, but yeah, this year I would like to focus more on studio and just increasing a few things about the channel. I already improved my internet the other day, so I'm getting semi-decent internet speeds and things, which means instead of me waiting literally 2 or 3 hours to upload a video, it's only a couple of minutes now. So that's part, like, I didn't have to do that, but that's part of me upgrading the systems. The next will be the mic and probably different lighting as well. But yeah, all intents and purposes, I'd love a studio. That would really motivate me more to live stream more. And I could have everything set up so I could just get a package, do an unboxing instead of like having to set things up every time. You know, that would be perfect. If everything was just set up with a camera, I could just, you know, put the package down, put the model down, hit record and go from there. But yeah, it also means that I can keep to the 4K videos, which my previous internet, there's just, yeah, as I say, it would take so long. That was the longest part of the process, was actually uploading the 4K vids. But at least now I can, the longest part of the process now is, well, just editing, really. Which mainly consists of me deleting my not my euphemisms, my mannerisms, that's the one. Yeah, I never want to delete my euphemisms. God. You'd think a great place to put multi-melter would be on Terminators. Yes and no. Typically, they're all armed with power fists or thunderhammers. Normally. So already they can punch a tank once and cripple it. And you probably say, oh, but they have to run up to a tank. Yeah, but they can just teleport. That's the beauty. They can teleport, run up to a tank while it's, you know, these are Space Marines at the end of the day. They will employ all kinds of tactics to distract a tank while Terminators teleport in to then be able to just punch a hole through it or whatever. But yeah, for heavier targets, yeah, like dreadnoughts and walkers and things, a multi-melter would be a good choice. But you're right, I think they do rely too heavily on their fists. Just to punch a problem away. And I think multi-melter, yeah, would be a good, good option. Definitely, as it seems like a similar size to a heavy flamer. I'd like to know what weighs more though. Probably the multi-melter. Because the flamer would have some kind of compressed fuel, wouldn't it? Or Promethium, should I say. Is it Promethium that they all use? You got the Promethium tanks. So another thing about time as well with these Terminators, I would have, how long are we in? Almost 2 hours. 2 hours in, I probably would have completed 5 resin Cataphractii by now. And of course, that's not factoring in, giving it like a soap bath. Yeah, these aren't too bad. Is it worth buying a kit for? No, because you've got that bitter taste in your mouth of, you could have had 20 of them. 20 of them? Yeah, 20 of them. If they had 20 of them in here, and I think if you had 20 Terminators, 20 Breachers, and okay, let's just put that Dreadnought in as well, for instance, that would be a very, very good set. And I think they would have sold more. I think maybe people would have bought 2. It's a bit like the Mechanicum armoured force. I really, really wanted to pick up 2 of those. but I just couldn't justify having two Carachnos. And actually, two Carachnos is fine. So as I say, I'll quickly finish tidying these up, put them together, and then have a look at the weapons. Yeah, and I'll be using the Reaper Auto Cannon for these. It's yeah, you can definitely have 2 units of 6, obviously, but if you wanted a unit of 10, the other unit are going to be, you know, you're only going to have 2, aren't you? So you can't make another 5-man unit or anything. So it's either one big blob of them or two smaller units. I don't know, I just think they work best as a unit of 5. Oh, for some reason, let's come up. But yeah, prediction would be Glaive coming out as a separate kit, and the Falchion with the Flamer, with the Inferno Cannon. I think that'll be a dual kit. Don't know when. Probably summer. But then you've got 11th edition, haven't you, I think? It only seems like yesterday that the new Space Marines and the Tyranids came out. And what will 11th edition be? Will it be Necrons, or will it be Orcs? To coincide with Dawn of War, maybe? Right, this is the last piece for these. mean, I would like to build all 6 tonight, but we'll see. Got about an hour left. I would like to finish. Yeah, I think 3-hour stream is quite fair. I'll try and get a review out of these, well, of 6 of them at least. I try and do that Wednesday, penciling that in. If not, it'll probably be Friday. We'll see though. We'll see. My week next week isn't as busy as this week was. I was a few other places, so yeah, I wasn't able to do any videos during the week, which yeah, it's annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, and the video Monday, if I am able to do it for Monday, would be the it's just going to be a re-review of the Leviathan Dreadnought. It's been a few years since I did that review, and it's to coincide with this box set, and there's probably quite a new people that have come to the hobby since Saturnine and since Space Marine 2 last year. So yeah, I don't know whether people actually go on my channel and do a search for minis that came out a year or 2 ago. I don't know. Other than to look at the price, because I put the price in the description. So if you really want to find something interesting, you'll look at prices from when I did videos back in 2013. Where the best thing going for them, for Games Workshop, was the Resin Horus Heresy range. And I think that kind of peaked in, I want to say like 2017, 2018, when they released like the Custodes. Or was that 2017, I think, or 2016? They were releasing a lot of resin Custodes back then. Yeah, so back onto video games. Been playing a lot of Fallout recently. Just got back into that. But I'm not at the point now where there's there's not that many quests left at all, and they're all kind of like, yeah, just a bit samey. I've done all the main quests and things, so I probably might go back to Skyrim, but no, I'm just stopgap between now and Resident Evil. I'm really looking forward to Resident Evil. You know, Leon's in it. It's going to be fantastic, I'm sure. And it's Capcom at the end of the day. Capcom are also releasing Onimusha, and that is a game I played, I think in the 90s, late 90s. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. You know, Capcom have been one of my favourite game developers. in recent years. So yeah, Resident Evil is the next game on my list to. I'll try and live stream it. I hope it's more like a Resident Evil 4 though than a Village. Just thinking, it has been a few years since Village came out. Oh, this head isn't really working with me right now. Don't think you can get away with I don't think you can get away with putting that in after. We'll see. I know. What games are you all looking forward to this year? Right, so this doesn't like to go in after you've I don't know about this. I might just leave the front off. The thing is, you can't leave the front off without putting the arms on though. So you literally have to put the arms on before putting the front on. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Need to find a way of putting that in, and then yeah, it won't right itself up like the Sergeant one did. Oh, no, well, it kind of will. It's a bit risky to do it that way, but I'm going to do it. You know what? We'll risk this. Now, that's not what you should be doing. Okay, but I have done that anyway. Yes, tassets. It's getting there. We'll do the same tactic here. But we'll put the front on, and then we'll see if this head goes in. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, that one goes in better. I'll just glue that up. Torsos to the hips are a bit wonky. I don't glue on first time. Oops. Voila. We're making progress. Mainly just the weapons to put on after we do this. I always just like to check though that I can put the head in, because knowing my luck, I'll get one where it won't go in. Yeah, that goes in. That's fine. Yeah, I think I'll probably buy some glue tomorrow. I say tomorrow, I mean like next week probably. Fantastic. You don't get much option to move their torsos, I have to say. Tassets go on nicely though, but I don't know if I like the new tassets compared to the old ones. And I think the front kind of loin armour, whatever you want to call it, these leather strips, I think that's a bit of a cop-out. I say cop-out, like these have got them, but these ones don't even have tassets on the side. These Grave Wardens, and there's sort of front groinage there, and then these Tartarus have these big long plates, and they have these tassets that are connected to the top of the thigh and just flare out to the joint. I think that's quite a good design, that one. Oh. Well, it's been quite a while since I sat and just hobbied for hours. If I just put that, yep. Shouldn't really have any issues with this guy once he behaves. Yeah, he'll behave. Good. Hey Revan, how you doing? Did you miss me? Did you miss anything? You missed a few rants that I've had. Yeah, I had a couple of rants there. So just the usual. I built a Cataphractii Terminator. Built one. After over 2 hours. Which is about standard for me. Being a senior hobbyist. Am I a senior hobbyist? I don't know. Probably. There are some good questions at the start of the stream. Some very good questions. Happy New Year to you anyway, Reverend. Thank you for your support. Another year. Another year, one step closer to 50k. Yeah, I looked at the stats and I was amazed that like only 30% of everybody that watches is subscribed. And I was like, what? Because you see these videos where they start off by saying, oh, did you know that like only 40% of you are subscribed, or only 60%? And then I looked at my own stats and it was like 30%. I was like, nah, there's no way that, you know, because even if double those viewers subscribed, like we're close to 100k. That'd be amazing. But no, I guess not. I guess that was not meant to be. So yeah, I would love to do a giveaway at 100k. Definitely. That would be pretty awesome. Like a Warlord Titan at 100k. Happily do that. Got one sat here, ready. I don't dare say that I do a Warlord Titan giveaway where I built it and painted it. Maybe built it. That would be quite special. There we go. So that one will also go in as well. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What's your question? Compared to the Astartes combat force, which is the better force? The Astartes combat force. I'd have to Google it. I know which one you mean. It's like the combat patrol type one, isn't it? Hang on, let me just Google it. Astartes. Oh, Astartes. Combat force. Images. The Legion is Astartes combat force. That one's got a Rhino, a Shooty Leviathan, a load of Mark 6. I don't know. It depends on what you're after. Like, are you after a Shooty Leviathan, or are you after a close combat one? And also, do you want some breaches finally in plastic? Because that set, that combat force, that's 4-year-old miniatures. Well, almost 4 years old. That's in June. It'll be a 4-year-old set of miniatures. Whereas these, you got the Cataphractii, which are this year apparently. Again, in my unboxing, I can't see how they are this year because we've only had like 10 days of this year. But yeah, and then you've got the Breacher actual shields, which were technically last year according to their sprue. But it depends if you want the new stuff or the old stuff. The combat force is very like plain though, very plain Jane, like Hull, Rhino, Space Marines, and then the bit of sugar is the Leviathan. Whereas this set, it's kind of all sugar. I don't know, have Breachers always been troops? I get the feeling that they've been elites, maybe. But saying that, assault squads are troops now as well, so. The spoilers. Right, that's the bodies and the legs done for the final 5. Let's have a look at the weapons for this past the last hour. Yeah, but it's again 4 years old, Revan. It depends what you want. It's hard to compare them. You know, it would be nice if they did have 20 Terminators in this set. Like 20 Terminators in this set and 20 Breachers and the Leviathan would have been, yeah, a better option. But they're not going to do that. I think you can choose any weapon arms with any one of these. I really do. I think it doesn't matter which Stormbolters and things you use. I'm going to go with what they've done, but just as a PSA 64. Why do I have a feeling it's... Oh, it's here. I think some people had issues with the Cataphractii armor plates. These are they a bit more straightforward? I don't know, kind of. They're like in 2 parts, so I guess that's easier, maybe? Like the first pauldron, they've got 2 pauldrons, haven't they? Well, technically they've got 4, but yeah, the first layer of pauldrons, it's into, they've split it into 2 parts. $59 for the fist. Again, it doesn't matter what fist you use. And the actual chain fist, do you only get 1? There's no way. Hang on. You only get 1 on 1 sprue. No way. Those tight buggers. Okay, hobbyists, how many chain fists would you like in your Terminator set? 1, 2, 6. Well, I've got news for you. You only get 2 chain fists. That is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Wow. Oh dear. That's crazy. Whose bonus at Games Workshop do we have to take away from them to get more chain fists? That's mental. And you just know that one of these chain fists have to go on the Reaper autocannon Terminator. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Let's find 71. It's on this sprue. Oh no, don't you fall, please. Thank you. Right. Keep them very close there. And then 66 for the fist. These fists are tiny, I have to say. Tiny fists. At what point do we use the autocannons? 78. Oh, we need the other side for the, so that's 72. Oh, it's probably staring at me in the face, isn't it? Blood Angels fans fussed over new dedicated Ultramarines miniature. Anyone else not really fussed about Titus and Friends? I'm enough of Space Marine slop. I just love that word. It's like one of my favourite words at the moment. Slop. I just have Space Marine fatigue. No, who am I kidding? I love Space Marines. They're not my favourite, but they're a very close second. 78. And there it is. 78 and 79. I've pre-ordered Titus. I can't wait to see him in Space Marine 3 in 3 years' time. 76, 77, 76, 77. Yeah, like I'm not a fan of like his 4 Wardens or whatever they are. Like, I'd rather just have 5 Space Marines. Like, even though what Games Workshop did to the other 2 was a bit diabolical, killing them off screen is just so lame and weak. Of course, isn't it? Like, even if they did that, they could have just. It's a good opportunity to bring in new blood and just have 2 Blade Guard, like 2 faceless characters that are next to the captain or something. I don't know, just something, rather than have 4 humans. You know, would you really have those 4 really important humans near him, like on the battlefield? That's my other question. I mean, yeah, from like a nice little diorama point of view, or on the battle barge or something, but to have them like with him on the battlefield, it's just a bit, really, I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought now. Fist 75. here it is. This power sword's quite nice though. So with this fist, we've got 73, 74. Not those. Over here. Right, last, is this the last one? Or does pose 6 have the... Wow, so they don't actually show you the... Oh, option 2. So you have different options, each one. So where's the autocannon? Right at the end for option 2 for pose 6. All right, well, let's just get pose 5 out of the way. And then we'll get that Reaper autocannon charged up. 87, 86. 84, 85. 80. Interesting. So one of the fists, you've actually got a finger. How many kits or sprues have there been where you have a finger that's separate? I can't remember any Space Marine kits where Games Workshop have put a separate finger. Can you? There might have been like one, but I just know that I'm going to lose this piece. Be very careful. Wow. 74, 75. Thought it was up here, but it's not. I've already done 74. Oh, it's 82, 83. Which is here. 82, 83. Now we're on to pose 6, where we can go for the old autocannon. You have to go forward a few pages. And we've got 2 power fists to choose from. So it doesn't really matter which power fist we go for, I don't think. But I think if we go for 50, we kind of need to use these pauldrons. Right. Almost done. We are almost done. Fully articulated fingers. No, it's not a Warlord Titan fist. I really need to finish that, to be fair to me. I do need to finish it. Right, autocannon, here we go. So yeah, even though they've given their Power Maul Terminators the autocannon, I'm giving my Power Fist Terminators the cannon. 98, 97, 98, 97. Yeah, missing Plasma Blaster in this kit. It's in the rules, but they don't give you the sculpt. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? And then we've still got a full sprue there with all the power maws, which we'll be using in the next set. I think I've got another 2 sprues. So I've used 2 sprues on these, technically almost 3 with this. And I can actually take all of these off the sprue. So I need to use this for the next one. For the power maul though, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can give the sergeant a power maul. I might give him a hammer or another axe. I don't know. I haven't decided. But yeah, because I've built these, I don't feel like I should do another live stream, because I'd just be building the same Terminators, literally the same Terminators again, but with power mauls. So I think what I'll do is 109. Oh, that's got to be for the flamer. Is I will do another live stream building the breaches, and I will build like 10 of them, or try and build 10 of them in the stream. It's essentially just going to be like building Mark III, but with different arms, the shield, different heads. So yeah, it's not going to be massively different than a live stream of me building Space Marines in Mark III armor, but still, I would like to do that sometime this week, before next weekend, of course, because we've got Titus and friends coming in 2 weeks. So I'd like to get this whole set done and complete and reviewed before Titus arrives. And then of course I'll be doing a live stream where I'll build Titus and Necrosaur Leviosa. I don't know. Right, that's that. So 3 sprues down. You wish this box come with a heavy vehicle rather than a dreadnought. I wish this box came with a dreadnought drop pod as well. Now that would be a decent box. But you say a heavier vehicle. What vehicle would you want? Surely a Rhino is heavier than this, than the Leviathan. I mean, surely a tank is heavier, especially if it's got 10 Space Marines in as well, or 12, or however many you can cram in these days. 20. What vehicle would you like to see in the set, Revan? Don't say Fellblade. A Predator variant. Yeah, that's a good shout. A Deimos pattern Predator. Yeah, that would be a good shout. The thing is with this set though is it's a Siege Assault battle group, so there's a clue in the name there, in that it's Siege Assault, that maybe some of the Terminators are on foot, maybe some of them are deep striking. You know, this is definitely a very, very good set for like Space Hulk and Zone Mortalis. You know, boarding actions and things. A plastic Charybdis Assault Claw would go well with this set. You know, the John Halo tank or a Land Raider. The John Halo. The 117 vehicle. Yeah, I've heard of that. No, I don't think, I mean, their earnings report isn't in yet, but I doubt they're going to be putting in a How much is a 117 tank nowadays? Is it 80 quid? Spartan tank. Spartan tank. Yeah, £74. Yeah, so pretty much 50 quid for 12 Terminators and 10 Breachers. I don't know about that. Someone's bonus is going to have to be cut if you're going to be doing making decisions like that, Revan. There'll be Athens tanks. Where's the Leonidas tanks? That's what I want to know. We do have the Kratos tanks. And we have the Asterius. Do you have a Hercules tank? Oh, imagine if they had like a Zeus cannon. Like Mechanicum. You know, you've got all these lightning guns, lightning cannons, and then all of a sudden you've got the Zeus Decimator cannon, which is like a lightning cannon but huge. Has Super lost the finger yet? No, it's still there. Still there. So, 2025 was easily the year of the Terminators. You know, we had the new 40k Terminators. I say new. You know, we had to wait 3 years or so, didn't we? Or 2 years, 2.5 years for those, for the assault variant. And we had the Saturnine Terminators. So far this year, we've had the Cataphractii. Will we get the tartlets? Will we get the Tartarus Terminators in 26? That is the question. Or will we get Primaris Centurions in 2026? This is the most dodgiest piece of the whole set because I know I'm going to lose it. I know I'm trying to clip the little extra off it and it's just going to fly off somewhere, and then I'm going to have a Space Marine with 4 digits. Oh, don't you roll off anywhere, stay. Then I'm going to have to mould a mould a green stuff finger sausage, and then he'll have sausage fingers. Or one sausage finger. Hats off to the hobbyists that can just kind of, you know, sculpt a space marine out of green stuff. I mean, that's proper skill, isn't it? I think the most we ever managed to do when we were kids and we were playing with green stuff was maybe sculpt like a cloak or a banner out of green stuff. Maybe. Is the box worth it? Might get, and also how long will it be out for? Will it go in a few months like the Imperial Fist 40k box? Is the box worth it? Oh. If you don't have a Leviathan Dreadnought, and you like Mark III power armor, then yes. Even if you've got one Leviathan and it's like the shooty one, yeah, it's still worth getting, especially if you get it at a discount for like 100 quid or just over 100. It's just about worth it. It's so hard to say though, because I valued a 6-man Terminator squad at about £52, or it's 50 something, or £48. It's probably 48. So, you know, you're not really getting any minis. You're not really getting a unit for free. You're just getting it at a fairly big discount. If you're only interested, if you've got Cataphractii or whatever, and you're only interested in the breaches, wait until the breaches come out, because the breaches are literally the Mark III sprues with a new sprue, which has the shields, the new heads, the arms, things like that. It's not a clear-cut kit compared to like the Mechanicum armoured force. That was definitely worth it, or the Mechanicum army set. I know you probably don't collect a Mechanicum, but that's just I'm just trying to compare it. They've done it recently, where they're bringing out new box sets like this, but with old minis in, because some of these minis are like 4 years old now. Almost 4 years old. So yeah, when it contains all new minis, definitely worth it. No matter what the price is, it's all new minis, you know, go for it. But when there's a few older minis in the set, yeah, that's when you kind of have to take a double look, or seek some advice. Watch a YouTube review. I'll try and get the review out as quick as possible, but you know, going as quick as I can. Hope that helps. Yeah, this kit definitely will disappear. Yeah, this will be available until stocks last. But knowing Games Workshop, they'll release the breaches in 2 weeks or so, and they'll release them alongside the Terminators, of course. No point them just releasing the breaches, they'll release both. Right, just giving everyone like a half an hour tip off. I'll be ending this live stream at 10 o'clock. no matter how far I get to. I'd like to think I would have completed a couple of them. We'll just go 1 for 1 now though. You want to do Iron Warriors, and obviously them being on the box makes me want it more because I've got a good vision from. There you go then. You know, if they're on the front cover, if you already collect them and you've got a good vision, you know what you want to do with them, go for it. Yeah. Hope that's sort of tipped you over the edge. But yeah, that's the thing. If you've got thoughts on them and a plan, that definitely helps. For me, I don't have a plan at all for these. I'll just be happy if this head goes in correctly. That's where I'm standing right now. No, for me, my plan is to have the normal Terminators with the Reaper autocannon, probably with Dark Angels, but they might be with Imperial Fists. Again, that Third Legion, I'm still up in the air because I'm not being funny, like the Emperor protects and all that, but at the same time, the Traitor Legions is just so much more interesting and cooler. Don't tell Big E that, but you know they just are. It's one of those. But yeah, I kind of like. I like a few of the Blood Angel stuff. I like a few of the Imperial Fist stuff. I do like Salamanders as well. Like, the bottom line is, we'll see what Games Workshop release over the next like couple of years, in terms of new plastic faction specific units, and I'll just go with that. You know, my heart is still set on Dark Angels and Raven Guard, definitely. Like, that is a given for them. The reason I'd go, I wouldn't go for Blood Angels. I wouldn't go for Iron Hands. I wouldn't go for Ultramarines or Space Wolves. I wouldn't go for White Scars. The reason I'd go for Imperial Fist is just their defensive terror and Sigismund. Well, Sigismund before they did him dirty, but you know, yeah, they have done him dirty with the new rules. Actually, they've done him dirty in the novel, and then done him dirty in the new rules. Terrible. Okay, officially I'm a fan of the previous Cataphractii pauldrons. These don't seem to be working out for me in the current form. Oh, that's why, because I've put them on completely the wrong way. What a numpty. Looking at them, I was like, oh, I know that they shouldn't go on like that. There we go. That's way better. Okay, so that is the second one done. He's just sort of like stomping forward a little bit. His power fist looks tiny. But it's not. The chain fist looks huge on him though. How are you even meant to get that chain fist locked in? We're just going to leave it like that. I think that's fine. He's on a bit of a wonk though. Yeah, that's fine, that one. He's just sort of like stomping forward a little bit. Whatever. So that's number 2. What we'll do is we'll just tidy up a few of these. Out of all the pre-orders today, which is a must-have super? Clearly it's the 500 Worlds Collector's Edition for £78, so you can sell it on eBay for 400. That's clearly the best pre-order. In terms of like quality though, I'd say Necreosaur, whatever he's called. I'd say he's the must-buy. About 30 parts, not stupidly priced, decent size, looks awesome, rules are all right. Yeah, that's the must-have. Titus, he's got his friends. Where's Acheron and Chiron? Okay, don't cry about it. The Nightbringer is just at this point a Care Bear. He's not very grimdark at all. The books should have been one book, priced at maybe 50 quid for the one book. The detachment supplement thing should be free digitally. The dice are what they are, the books are what they are. I'm actually really surprised that we're getting the full Grim novel almost a year after he was released. That's diabolical. What else? I think that was about it, wasn't it? The Necron Combat Patrol thing was all right. That sold out quite quick. The models are okay in that. I think it must give you a bit of a saving. Yeah, if you're new to Necrons, that would have been worth picking up if you had the chance. This is the thing, I do feel sorry for any of the new hobbyists. You know, they're coming into the hobby and they're finding out about a launch day on a Saturday morning, and then they're seeing that things are sold out instantly. It's just like, it must be, well, it must be how I've been feeling with sneakers, actually. It's not just Warhammer, is it? It's so many things in life. Even good bananas, ripe bananas. Can never get it right. Go to the supermarket, they're always green. But yeah, anyway, I hope that helps with what is a must-have. I know what it is about these power fists, okay? why they look small. It's because they've got like a medieval knight type gauntlet thing on them, which you typically have to protect your fingers from like sword strikes, right? To protect your digits so you don't get them chopped off in a movement. But it's a power fist. Like you don't need that. It just looks like they're wearing oven mitts. They don't need that. They should remove it. I get that it works with the aesthetic of the knight armor and the layered armor, but free those fingers. That's what I say. Definitely. Free them fingers. We don't need that cowling protective piece of metal on there. I mean, I want to start Horus Heresy with my brother, but I'd like to maybe proxy them for 40k Chaos Space Marines. I don't know. They look very clean and imperial to be Chaos Space Marines. Chaos Space Marines have a lot more spikes on and things like that. I mean, if you're just playing against your brother, I see no issue whatsoever. Or if you're just playing with friends, yeah, go for it. Why not? That's always been my my take on it. Like at the end of the day, it's your hobby. It's your minis. Go for it. Why should you like take advice off some random person off a forum or in a Games Workshop store about your hobby? I never did. Like when I was buying like Ultramarines or characters and I was painting them black, and they were like, "Oh no, you should be painting them the chapter colours or the Legion colours and things like." It's like, no, I'll do what I like. It's like, yeah, but you don't have a Imperial Fist army or anything like that. It's like, no, but I can still get the mini and still enjoy it. Why would you, you know, deny yourself? I don't know. I guess it's a good start. You possibly could proxy them. I don't know what you'd proxy the Leviathan Dreadnought as, though. It's a bit too big to be a Hellbrute, I'm afraid. Oh, I don't like this pose. Yeah, this pose isn't very good. What are the other poses like? That will do for that one, I think. Maybe people have asked this before, but do you ever magnetize your infantry? No way. Absolutely no way. I have hundreds and hundreds of minis. I would probably go bankrupt if I magnetized everything. Like, if I had one small force, maybe I possibly would. But no, no way. Because it's, you know, you have to keep track. And knowing me, I'd just lose the pieces that are magnetized. Like, they'd just disappear somewhere. And just to keep a track of where they all are. Like, it's all right. Again, if you've got like 1,000, 2,000 points and one army, yeah, you could probably do it. But not when you've got multiples and multiples of armies and hundreds and thousands of minis. You just, no, it's I never have. Like, you got to remember, I come from an era of metal models, so you couldn't really magnetize those tin models back in the day. We just didn't have the magnet kind of business and things and access to them, and this is like before the internet, right? Like I'm talking about. I know that's hard to understand, but possibly, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that's quite a while ago. Yeah, no, I've never really had a opportunity to do anything like that. Never magnet. I when I was a kid, none of my friends magnetized their models as well. But our armies were a lot smaller back then as well. You could just play with like 1,000 points. These shoulder pauldrons look massive. On this Cataphractii. I don't even know if I've got that on right. I must have it on right. They are flush. Huge, huge shoulder pauldrons. Yeah, that looks odd. When the shoulder pauldrons are that far forward, that looks a lot odd. Really, really odd. They're just too far forward, aren't they? You can't even set the arms back further. Yeah, that's probably the worst one I've made. It's okay. Sorry about that. There we go. Can you all still hear me? I've had to. Sorry, it was low power. It was completely my fault. It didn't even notify me that it was low power. So, yeah. Yeah. No, nothing to do with the computer. Literally just ran out of power on the old camera. So yeah, no worries. Thank you. Apologies about that. As I say, low power. It didn't notify me. Normally it does. When I started it, it was on, I think, like 70, 75%. So an extra 3 hours of live streaming is not too bad to get out of it. So yeah, I've just got to be wary that the battery health is No, the battery health's still good. It's just yeah. Normally my live streams are like I'm not connected to the power when I do them. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for holding fire. I wouldn't normally like end the stream without saying goodbye and stuff. So yeah, appreciate that. Okay, right, cool. Let's crack on then. So that was this. I was just talking about the shoulder pauldrons where this one, you know, the Saturnine, the shoulder pauldrons are far back, so it doesn't impede his vision, but he kind of has to like turn to look a little bit like Batman. Whereas this Cataphractii, look how far the shoulder pauldrons are in front. Bit crazy, but yeah. I think the old ones were like that as well. Anyway, that's that one. Let's carry on. We've still got to use 2 chain fists somewhere. I'm going to use one for the heavy weapons Terminator. I don't think I'll finish it though now we've had that little interruption. I think I'll build... Oh, you know what? I'll build all 3. How about that? I'll stay and I'll build the last 3. Yeah, the tech priests weren't doing that funky dance that they do to appease the machine god. I've still got that finger. Keeping a careful eye on that finger. Don't want to lose it. Okay, but on the flip side, it means that because I've built these 6, I can get a review out to you. I'd love to get a review out to you on Monday, but it'll have to be Wednesday. As I say, I'll make a video late tomorrow night of the Leviathan. I'm just gonna have to really. From what I can remember, it's quite a nice kit to build. So yeah, this Terminator is definitely shooting. This is a good candidate to have the chain fist. How does the chain fist, where does it attach to? Specifically. Sorry for my voice being quieter. I haven't got the mic in now. I've got the charging cable in. Any pictures with the power fist and the chain? Any? Right, so these, so it just attaches on the outside. God, so it's going to stick out a fair bit. Okay. So literally like there. Mental. That's all right. That's fine. Works. Keep doing this. I keep gluing the length side. Again, because this arm is forward, the pauldron is going to look a bit odd again. So what we'll do is we'll put this there. Yeah, no worries, Revan. Hope work goes well for you. Thank you for popping in. You missed the part probably where I said I would be doing more live streams in 2026. Less actual videos, but more live streams. So I did 33 last year, apparently, according to YouTube. Doesn't seem like I did that many, but there. That works. That one, I like that one. That's cool. So good, good Cataphractii. Good Cataphractii. Yeah, they don't look too bad. They don't look as bad as I originally thought they would. Let's quickly glue this finger before I lose it. Just lose it. The boomers complaining about Primaris. The boomers. Yeah, of course. Yeah, kits used to have a load of options. Just have a look at my old videos from like 2013 or 2014, where I'm unboxing and reviewing the older Space Marine kits. Oh, you know it was going to fall. Just caught it though. Just caught it. It's like this finger is magnetized to the floor. It's gonna fall on the floor, and then I'm gonna lose it. You just know it. Why do they do this? Why couldn't they have just sculpted the thumb? There's a piece of plastic on it as well that I just can't get off without gluing it to the fist, or I literally can't hold the piece of plastic to get that piece off. Wow. This is like a complete booby trap of a piece. Worst part of the kit by far. Primaris of pants. Oh, when that first hit of Tamiya glue hits you, right? Am I right? Oh. Right, just got the old bolter to deal with. Right, just the last Terminator to do after this one. Out of the 6. Yeah, I know, I'm annoyed that there's 6 and not 10. But what you're going to do, stop buying Space Marines? Yeah, right, I doubt it. Make sure to open a window. It's all right. I closed it up pretty quick. Although in Norfolk, I could get away with opening a window, to be fair. I know it's got quite cold this evening, but yeah, in other parts of the country, I think you open your window and you get a blizzard come through. Yeah, we're going to put all of our eggs in one basket here with this autocannon. We're going to have the heavy weapons Terminator with the autocannon and a chain fist. I like to put all my eggs in one basket like that. So therefore, if I'm removing a casualty, I'm not removing a Terminator with a chain fist until the very last one, until the one with the autocannon. You see? It's like removing your Devastator. It's like having your sergeant of your Devastator squad dying first so that you can keep your las cannon. Or having like 10 in a Devastator squad to have all of your 5 of your Space Marines die before your heavy weapons. It's that old tactic. Okay, where's this go on then? Probably should have looked at how to put this on before, but sure it just goes on like that. Yeah. We can just put his weapons on. Let me just read some more. I guess at the end of 3rd edition, they might release resized Tartarus. I think it might be this year. Isn't there like a preview next week? They might be in the preview next week. They might. I think the Falchion might, and the Inferno cannon tank, Infernus tank. I don't know what they're going to call it. Well, you got the Markador Infernus, obviously, but yeah, I think they might be in that. I think, or it might be just Mechanicum stuff, or it might be Dark Mechanicum. But we'll see. But that would be cool. Maybe we will get. I mean, it's on the cards. We definitely will get them, but it's just when, really. They'll be smaller than these boys, though. I would think. Be interesting to see if they're going to be the same size as the old Cataphractii. The thing is, the size isn't massive. Like, you can still use them. There's not really much of an issue, I don't think, in size. It's not like Mark IV and Mark III. Like, it's not like that. That's crazy. But those, they kind of blend in, but those two sort of don't really. Anyone remember Angron Transfigured? What, like Ascended? Yeah, someone said earlier in the chat that they're having issues with his wings. Someone said, I can't remember who it was. So that's why they haven't released him. But he looks very, very cool. I would just use him over the old model, just on principle, because of how cool he looks, his demon form. Right, last Terminator to put together. Yeah, I don't mind putting these in with the Dark Angels. I think they're fine. I think the Sergeant could do with a better pose, or just with the axe swinging or something. But I've got 2 not firing, 3 firing, including the Sergeant, and then this bad boy. He is going to be. Well, I don't know what the pose is like for the autocannon. we'll see in a moment. Could do that now, actually. Head first. Actually, you might as well put the autocannon on first. It's going to be the primary focus of the model. Alright, so he's not aiming the autocannon. Don't know if I like that power fist in there. Oh, the autocannon isn't even aiming. That'd be fine. Yeah, not a huge fan of the pose. They're alright poses. They're okay. They're not incredible. But you do get plenty of options, I will say that. Each, so you've got 2 lots of 6, and each one has 2 different options. And then there's a sergeant as well. So technically, well, if you move about the arms and things, you've got a lot of different poses. But if you just stick to GW script, you've essentially got like 12 poses per 6, if you look at it that way. And that's the same for the ones with the power mauls. So yeah, I guess you've got a lot of poses. The torsos you can move about a little bit, but not incredibly well. That's quite a cool pose. I like that. He's just sort of standing there, like with his chain fist revving. Like, yeah, I'm gonna cut that tank open. Get the goodies. Okay. Let's yeah, the 16th there will be a preview. Nice one. Mostly custodians. Okay, interesting. Am I excited as orcs as 11th baddies? Massively so. Have you seen the trailer for? Is it Dawn of War 4 Orc faction? It looks so cool. When the war boss shouts "Crash faster," that's just brilliant. Crash faster, excellent. Love it. Absolutely love that. It's like my new motto. Not when I'm riding the motorbike. Okay, I need to put that out there straight away. Otherwise, the old insurance company will be after me. But yeah, can't wait. It's going to be good. What are your hot takes for the 11th edition orcs? Knobs. I want to see so many knobs. Come on, they've got to show us some big knobs, some sneaky knobs. What are the stealthy ones? Purple knobs? I don't know. But yeah, the trailer had a lot of knobs in it. The Dawn of War trailer, that is. Yeah, it looked good. I want to see loads of like mechanical factions. I want to see a bigger stomper, like a Gargant or something. maybe a rock, but I don't know. People are so orc players, orc collectors are so cool at kit bashing. You know, just in general. It's one of the reasons why I got into orcs is because one of my friends kit bashed a truck, and then I kit bashed a basilisk because someone I knew had a Imperial Guard army up for sale. He was selling it, and yeah, I wanted something, so I got that. Very cool. I like that pose. That's a good one. That's a good stoic like pose. Shoulder pauldrons up past his head. Sure, there's like some kind of meme in there about that, but yeah, I like that. That's good. These look better than I thought, and people have said that already. The pictures don't do them justice. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know why their legs look lanky. I haven't built them with power mauls, of course, but they're not as bad as all the images and things show them as being bad. So like look at that. Look how thin and lanky and just slim these look. I don't know what it is. Like, are these actually the plastic minis, or were these like the prototypes? But they look different in real life. I don't know what it is. I might be onto something here, but they remind me of my first experience of the Cataphractii in plastic in what, 2015 or 16 or so. That's what these remind me of. There's nothing wrong with them. They're a bit bigger than the previous ones, yet still usable. They in terms of Mark, well, this is Mark II, isn't it? They're bigger and chunkier than Mark II, which is fine. Yeah, nothing wrong with them. I stand corrected, and I do. Well, I'm going to be building the others. I'm not like looking forward to building the others with Volkite and the power mauls, but it's a change of scenery, isn't it? I guess. So yeah, there you go. I've built the 6 Cataphractii, and I've got another couple of 2 sprues somewhere that I'll build the power mauls. I won't be doing that in a live stream. There's no point in you watching me build 6 Terminators again, I don't think. But I will be building the breaches in a live stream. It might not be tomorrow night though, because I've got to make that review of the Leviathan Dreadnought. But I'll try and do it like Monday or Tuesday. Is there the Sergeant? Yeah. You know what? I might give the Sergeant the hammer. I don't know. The hammer's just something different than a power sword, and I think I've got Cataphractii with the power swords anyway, haven't I? So, but we'll see. Let me just read some more of your comments before I go. Mega knobs. I love a good mega knob. I think Gretchen subfaction. Do I ever play with them like toy soldiers? When I was a child, yes. when I was a child, but no, not at the moment. No. Orc bikers, yeah, definitely. The orc truck massively needs an update. Hopefully, we'll get some tanks. Big knobs, yeah. Storm boys, definitely. Dirty knobs, what? I don't know about them. Yeah, characters, yeah. No pew pew sounds, no, not even with the Titans and things, which are, you know, child size, aren't they? No, I don't make any of those sounds and things, because I just go and play Space Marine 2 like an adult and listen to the noises those guns make, and like the melter bomb sounds awesome. That's about it for me for the live stream. Sorry to leave you all. Like, quite a few of you tuned in recently, but I hope you've enjoyed it. And I will be back building the siege breakers. siege breakers, breaches. I don't know why I call them siege breakers. The breaches. I'll be back building the breaches soon. Hope you enjoy the content next week. I'll get a review out for the Cataphractii soon for you. And there's still a couple of other reviews I need to do, like with the, you know, new Terminators and things. And of course, I'll be unboxing, reviewing Titus and Necrosar, as I want to call him, Necrosar. But no Nightbringer for a while, at least for a while. But yeah, thanks ever so much, everyone, for all of your comments, all of your support. You are amazing. Hope you have a fantastic week. Stay safe with the weather, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon in the next one. Thank you for watching. Oh no, thank you for your kind comments. Thank you, Machine Tube, and thanks for watching. The Emperor Protects.